You are now listening to Yoga Bliss, and I'm Shelly, your soul sister friend. I'm a mama of three, a yoga teacher, a spiritual alchemist, a student of this thing called life. I'm here creating this collective of women to help us know that we are not alone in this thing called life, and that through different practices and through awakening to our heart-centered selves, that we can truly, my lovely soul sisters, live the life that we have always dreamt of, because this is our life. And I am huge on embracing our healing journey, our inner health journey. And part of that is embracing even the ugly aspects of ourselves as we heal from our past. We move into the present, embracing this lovely life. I'm so grateful to be a part of your journey. I love you. Let's get to it. It's one of those days where it's like, if anything could go wrong, it all does, and then everything does on top of that. Hello, my beauties. I am Shelly Bond. I am a mama of three, a yoga instructor, a Reiki master. I like to call myself, though, more of like an intuitive, energetic healer. I am on this heart mission to help women create a home practice that inspires and empowers your health and healing journey so you can live the life you were born to. So fast forwarding or rewinding time is that I feel like everything that all of the obstacles keep getting in my way. And I know that there's some points where it's like, is this a roadblock or an obstacle? And is my sign, like, I don't even know if this microphone, are you picking up microphone? My microphone is reading really small. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Technology and me, I think I can have this like really big block. And so this morning I work my butt off to get this set up. I took a little bit of video, but it was actually really comical. I was thinking if there was some sort of bloopers, you guys would be laughing your butts off at me, because there's these like side extender pieces behind me. So I'm doing everything all by myself, right? I am my designer, my own creator, my photo person, my editor, my lights woman, my sounds person, even though I feel like I'm epically failing at the sound system. But I'm really excited because I have this really awesome camera that I'm using. But blah, 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 blah. Okay. Do you feel like that sometimes? I need to shake it out. So I'm like setting up this backdrop, in this white backdrop. And like I said before, I had this lovely idea from this fellow yogi that I wanted to create this set, and I wanted it to be more me. But the whole bottom line I wanted is for it to create space to be more of like this blank canvas, so you can just focus on me and bringing in a little bit of nature and a little bit of my love for crystals. And then, of course, we had to incorporate some props here, like some blocks. We have blocks under here and pillows and blanket, because I'm a huge advocate of props. Back in the day, I used to not be, because I thought that they were for weaklings in yoga, which I've shifted that I know that they're here to help support me. But anyways, I'm like putting this thing up, and these are actually really lightweight, and I forgot that they had these like weighted sandbags that I actually just put a bunch of rocks and crystals in, because I have crystals and rocks all over my house. And literally, like, this right side is falling over. Well, the left side is up, and then everything is crashing forward, and I have my plants here, and everything is falling over. And then I'm like doing my best to keep calm and keep my energy elevated, raising my energy. And now one of the dogs just woke up, and everything is just like crashing. I'm like, oh, fine. And what is the sign, universe? I'm like, it's fine. Be patient. I like to sing this song like, I am abundant. I am prosperity. And then I literally went into my bathroom, and just like intuitively, I start like doing these like singing ballads, like from my belly and up in my head, like, ha, 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 and all these different tones, just to feel that healing vibration. And then I was going up and down, and I was feeling so freeing. And at one point, I just started crying. I was crying like tears of joy that, like, finally, all of this hard work and all of this creation, all of these things that I've been doing is finally coming to fruition. And then I'm like singing high, and I'm singing low, and I'm singing not to be the world's most beautiful singer, more of this like free expression from my heart, through my heart throat chakra. Have you ever tried it? I actually took this Tony Robbins training, Unleash the Power Within, recently. And it was so incredible because we did this like transformative technique where you're getting out of your old self limiting beliefs and you made these freeing sounds. But when I was doing it and my husband was home, I found myself being really self conscious, and I really wouldn't like let myself really express my voice. I would hold it back and be like, or like try that. Have you ever really like allowed yourself to fully express your voice in like an angry way, like or a way that or a really sad way? And my husband actually left, and my son was home. And I really allowed myself to open up and to just like let those sounds out and let the sounds wail. And so today in the bathroom, I was doing that, and I was feeling so great and just so connected to the universe, and just being this open channel to let this flow through this space with yoga bliss, because I have all of these plans and I still do. Like, I'm creating all of these self-care practices. I want to create I am creating tangible practices that are going to be anywhere from, I have it right here, 3 minutes to 40 minutes long. So 3-minute practice, 5-minute practice, 10-minute practice, 15-minute, 20-minute, 25-minute, 30-minute, and 40-minute, up to a 50-minute practice. And then each practice is just going to build off of one, because I just really want to encourage us to meet us wherever we are and let go of the guilt and the shame of, oh my gosh, it didn't take time for me. I am a failure at self-care. I'm a failure at meditation. I'm a failure at yoga. Like many of us do. We put all of these like hard labels on ourselves, or have these unrealistic expectations. And so I come out and I'm feeling so good, and I have my lights set up, and I just got this new microphone, and I was so excited about it because it was a similar microphone to the Tony Robbins one, where it slips behind your ear and it comes forward. It was like this Samsung something Air Pro mic, and I was super excited. And then all of a sudden I hear the garage door open. And get this, like, I have 3 kids, 2 boys are in school full time, and my daughter is homeschooled for many different reasons. She has lots of different things with the way she learns and absorbing information, and she is on the autism spectrum, which is another story for another time, in helping her really embrace at the age of 13 who she is, and knowing that autism is her superpower. It doesn't make her this horrible different person that she's been really struggling with, and that's been really hard as a mom. It's been so hard. I'm like so sidetracked and everywhere right now. And so I'm here doing all of my things, like setting up, and my husband comes home and stomps up the stairs, and I literally like 3 minutes before sent him a text and said, hey babe, I love you, I hope you're having a great day, just want to make sure you don't come home because I'm recording today. And then literally 3 minutes later the garage door opens, and I'm like, okay, instead of getting frustrated with him, I'm just gonna take this as time to get prepared with what I want to say, with what course I'm going to teach first, with whatever I'm going to do, and get my sound ready. So then I'm like, yes, I'm getting my sound ready. It's going to be so easy. Like, plug the sound up. I have been working for 3 hours. I literally have dumped out, like, my house is in the backgrounds. I need to clean for like an hour. Like, every single cord and connector and USB and beaky whatever those connector cable TRR cables. And I am like up against the wall. I can't figure out how to hook it up to the camera. Finally, 3 hours later, I figure out this camera that I'm using does not have an input for sound. So I have to use an external sound. And then I hook up my iPhone and trying to do it, and I have all the like little adapter pieces that I've checked on YouTube, and I literally cannot get it to work. And still, I still can't get it to work. So if you notice, I have my podcasting mic here, my camera here. I'm like, okay, I'm still showing up even though it's been a complete shit show. And it's crazy because I don't even have my kids here. And it's like, get it together. ah, it goes to show that even when we have these big plans and we want to do all the things, and even it's like my heart is so like, I'm so ready to just create this content without my kids home. Maybe it's just I need to do it when they're home. I don't know, because then they're so loud and crazy. And I originally had this idea to do this space just doing my flows and then dubbing my voiceover, which I have done. I'm doing the 11 practices for the beginner like this, but there's all of those technical difficulties too. And it's like, okay, I just have to show up for each and everything and just keep showing up and trust that everything is on divine order. And even when it's so freaking frustrating and I maybe just want to cry and scream my head off that I've wasted almost an entire day, like my 1 day free day a week, that there's always different plans for us. And I will say that that beautiful sound healing that I did in my bathroom that was just so intuitive, and Luna is like, get me out of my crate. I'll let you out in a little bit, Luna, if you can hear her, or maybe she's being dubbed out, is that I've been actually reading Rebecca Campbell's book, Rise, Sister, Rise. And she says instead of like pounding and powering and just trying to do all the things in the business realm, to just be divinely guided and be a light, an intuitive light, and just be this open conduit. And one of the prayers or mantras was, you could say universe or God or divine or whatever you could, and then you channel the light energy and you say, please, universe, please use me. Universe, guide me. Universe, show me the way. Guide me, lead me, show me the way. Guide me, lead me, show me the way. And then she says like, and then get out of the way. And this morning, it gives me goosebumps. I was like chanting that and saying that, like, universe, lead me, guide me, show me the way. Lead me, guide me, show me the way. And I did have this very profound sound healing in my bathroom. And I started with sound healing about 5 years ago, like really allowing myself with that sound healing. Like I was saying, even with my husband home, it's funny how we don't let our voice be that channel for healing. And something amazing that I learned in mantra, in meditation, mantra is like ancient Sanskrit words that are chanted, but this is crazy. So your voice, my voice, literally my frequency, the tone, the pitch, the range, all of it is the most healing sound and frequency for me, for this physical body, for this mind, for this spirit. Your exact voice, no matter what you think, what your perceptions or beliefs are, is the exact healing that you need for you. And when we allow ourselves to open and expand our voice, like in those ways with me, so maybe, yes, so this is our self-care practice, because that is my jam. That is what I'm all about, is to help you create a self-care practice that brings you alignment and healing and inspiration and empowers you in your everyday life. And so I kind of tapped into my low belly, and in middle school, I started singing like second soprano, and I remember hearing some of the girls in my choir who could sing those really high notes being like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. And like I said, I've been reading this Rebecca Campbell book, and she said, we can use jealousy, like when you're feeling like, I want that, and someone like, I want that's something within you that can help drive you towards that thing. So if you hear someone who can sing really beautifully, and you're like, I want, like you're feeling jealous, deep within you, maybe there's this feeling that you want that too. And that instead of being jealous, we could use that as a driving force. And so I guess in my bathroom, it's crazy because I can focus on all this yuck that hasn't happened today. But if I go to that one moment when I'm in my bathroom and I'm allowing all of these sounds to come out uninhibited, I'm not worried about what anyone thinks about me. And I'm in my bathroom, as Louise Hay taught me, doing like mirror work and just singing low in my belly. So maybe just put your hands on your belly with me for your self care practice and just bring a breath in and just make a sound, maybe an ah or an ooh, ah, a sound that you can press away from your body. For me, I really relate to birth and labor sounds. That just really resonates. That those primordial, and you can make an ooh or an ah, ooh, ah, deep down in your belly. Ah. And for us, that brings healing down to our roots, our creative center. And now raise your hands up to your solar plexus and your heart and breathe into the heart. And then ah, maybe it's a little bit of a higher sound, a higher pitch. Ah. And this is not about being this perfect songbird or sounding like the people on the radio or records. This is about allowing a free expression to expand out of your body, and maybe side ribs. Ah, and then walk up to the under the collarbones. See if you can bring it up. Ah, however it feels. Ah. Ah, for me, the ah is really resonating. And then maybe walk up into the throat. I feel like my throat is more like ah. Put the hands here. Ah, whatever it's like. And then walking up to the third eye and the top of the head. For me, I feel like this is such more of this higher divine pitch. So bringing that big inhale in. Ah, or even higher if you can. Maybe you can tap into sounds. It's incredible how freeing it is to allow those sounds to come out. And I know how we can be all caught up in the judgment, thinking, oh my gosh, I need to sound a certain way. But sound healing within you, my beautiful soul sister, is something that you can tap into. And so it's so great and kind of hilarious because when I started sitting here talking to you, I was feeling so frustrated by everything and so thwarted. And then within myself, I found my lesson because I really do believe that the universe is happening for us, not to us, that it's time for us to get out of that victim mentality. It's time for us to find what it is that we are here to learn and here to grow with. And that's why I'm here sharing this with you. And even when things do not work out the way that we plan. So my lesson to myself is that I'm going to record a class without sound and then I'm going to dub it in later. Oh, universe. And that's okay because being flexible in life is so important. It's so important. And so when you notice yourself hard on yourself and you're having one of those shitty days where you're like, what the frick? Why is this happening to me? Realign, sister. It's time to realign and know it's happening for you. And it's up to you to either to figure that out. Why is this happening? Or it's time for you to see like, what is the growing? Yeah, what is the growing lesson? Or maybe I can just sit with that and think of, that was a shit day. That was yucky. And you know what? I'm going to scratch that and I'm going to try again, or I'm going to look for a new route. Like my son is a amazing rock climber. And it's like, find a different way. Maybe there's a different route. Maybe there's a new handhold, a foothold. Maybe you need to go a whole 2 feet over to the right to get up and over it. And it's all here teaching us that we are so much stronger than we give ourselves credit for, and that our lives aren't supposed to be this unrealistic, fluffy, puffy, poofily butterfly rainbow that I always thought that it was going to be. I think as little girls, we get stuck in that thinking, my life is going to be the white picket fence and the husband or the wife and the dog and maybe a cat. And have the nice car and the blah, blah, blah. And then when that stuff arrives, it's like, that's it. What's next? I know I do that a lot. So my whole thing today, beauties, is look on the brighter side. Look for the growth and know that healing is innately built within you, that no matter what's happening, and when we can allow ourselves to be more of these open channels, these open conduits, that we can let that sound healing in. We can do those practices. And maybe it's in the shower when your spouse is gone and you reach for your belly and you let out a primal sound, or you're really frustrated and you maybe just want to scream at the top of your head. Scream at the top of your lung, get that energy up and out and send it away. Maybe you want to make a very beautiful angelic sound, and maybe you have no singing training, but that doesn't matter, because it's all about you and how you can access and be the light, be that healing channel that is within you. And it's crazy because, again, after this like kind of crappity-tastic day, I'm sitting here feeling so grateful for this experience and this time to show up with you. And I love you. I'm so grateful for you. And I am creating, it's soon up and running, a beautiful membership website on Yoga Bliss with Shelly. 5 years later, I'm finally turning this into something that can be of a higher purpose, that can connect with you every day and really help bring you into this moment. And if you haven't, you can check out this podcast. I'm going to post this on my podcast, Yoga Bliss with Shelly. Please subscribe and like if you haven't. And also just be you and know that the universe might have a bigger plan for you. And I'm going to go take care of Luna because she's getting mad at me. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you, my lovelies. Thank you so much for listening, my beautiful soul sister. Please head over to iTunes and leave Yoga Bliss with Shelly a 5-star rating and a review. It means the universe to me. It helps us get heard around the world. And I'm creating a weekly beautiful newsletter, so subscribe to that. You can email me at yogablisswithshelly@gmail.com. You can check me out on Instagram, Yoga Bliss with Shelly. And also, if you haven't already, we are over on Facebook. We love you. Have a great day.